What if I told you that one of the world's biggest tech giants is betting big on Rust for some of the most critical infrastructure powering the cloud and AI models? Recently, there was a job posting from Amazon for Rust developers. Now, I assume that they are gathering Rust developers to work on Firecracker. Firecracker is an open source virtualization technology developed by Amazon that is designed for creating lightweight, secure micro VMs with fast startup times. Basically for backends, and it's widely used for hosting AI models because of its isolating behavior. The interesting thing about Firecracker is that it is written in Rust. And to answer the question, why not C or C++, AWS has published a detailed blog post about why they love Rust so much. Who else loves the Rust? Microsoft. Microsoft got offended by the Apple advertisements mocking them for blue screen errors on Windows, and that's why they have started rewriting critical components in Rust. You expect Rust to save Windows? No. Researchers at Checkpoint have found a vulnerability in a Rust-based Windows kernel component that causes system crashes and forced reboots. Microsoft is like a gamer who buys the latest graphics card hoping to get his first win, but forgets skill is the real problem. When talking about graphics cards, AI vision models are very powerful, which are heavily dependent on GPU, and for that to go for C++. I'm not saying you can't use Rust, but it's more suitable to use C++ because if we talk about CUDA, very mature ecosystem is available for C++, and C++ is supported by Nvidia for CUDA developments, and its toolkit is also developed using C and C++. We all know GPUs are the backbone of AI vision models, and C++ plays a huge role in making them fast. But have you ever wondered which language powers one of the most popular AI frameworks in the world? Yes, you guessed it right. C++. While not for everything, it is for some tasks where performance is a priority. Similarly, TensorFlow has 55% of its code written in C++. Not only does it help with machine learning frameworks, but also helps model inference engines for Meta Llama. While maybe underneath it also uses PyTorch, but with combinations of C++. That's not it. There is more. Yann LeCun, chief AI scientist at Meta, has mentioned the use of C++ and a little bit of Rust on their Llama interface. He has not shared details of particular use, but sooner or later he will open source that as well, because he is a good man. Prefers doing everything open source. Do you know there is one more good person who loves open sourcing his projects? Linus Torvalds, the man behind open sourcing Git and Linux. Main news is that the Linux team has started rewriting Linux kernels from C to Rust. But there is a problem. While talking about Rust usage, he mentioned that old-time kernel developers are used to C and don't know Rust, so development speed is not going at a good pace. A similar situation is currently going on with Discord. They have started using Rust, but due to slow development speed, they are moving step by step, changing one thing at a time. As you can see, there is a very high requirement for Rust developers, so for job requirements, should you learn Rust? No. There is a massive codebase of C++ already exist in industry. Companies need developers to maintain, extend, or debug these legacy systems. Plus, all the companies we have discussed using Rust also use C++ somewhere in their product. So for a job, C++ is the best bet for you. But if you're starting a new AI project, then there are some pros and cons, so decide what suits best for your project. C++ runs the GPU, but Rust kills the overhead, so the main question is, if you have to choose one language for a lifetime, which language would you choose? Rust or C++?